Welcome to The Explainer. Sometimes a great storyteller can build an entire world in just a couple of sentences, and that's exactly what we're going to look at today. We're diving into the first 10 lines of Mulk Rajanan's The Price of Bananas to see how he does it.
Okay, so let's take a look at the text itself. I mean, at first glance, it looks like a guy waiting for a train, right? Pretty simple. But there is so much more going on here. The author is doing some serious work between the lines, painting a picture, setting a mood, and, even hinting at the conflict to come. So the real question is, what's the magic here? What makes this simple description feel so incredibly alive?
All right, let's put on our film director hats for a second. The first thing any director does is set up the establishing shot, right? The big, wide view that tells everyone, okay, this is where we are, and this is when it's happening. It's the bedrock for the whole scene.
So first things first, let's look at the big picture, the canvas the author is painting on. He starts with the place, the physical location, and then he adds this layer of atmosphere, something you can almost feel.
Yeah, you can really picture it, can't you? I mean, this image just nails the vibe. You've got the open platform, the trees, the train just sitting there. And the author does all of this without bogging us down in a ton of detail. It's just so efficient, so powerful.
So, he gives us these 4 core details. We know we're going from Faizabad and to Lucknow. We know there's about half an hour to kill before the train leaves, and we know it's summer. Boom! Just like that, we're totally grounded. We know where we are, what's going on, and what season it is. Simple, but so effective.
But then he adds this little gem, this really powerful sensory detail. It's not just summer, it's a hot summer. And that phrase, the rising heat of the summer, that's not just telling you the temperature. No way. It's a tool. It makes the air feel heavy, right? It makes the wait feel even longer. And it creates this kind of simmering tension with all the passengers. And nothing has even happened yet. Okay, so now for the real action on the platform, the monkeys. While all the people are just sitting there, waiting, the author throws in this little pocket of pure chaos and energy. And man, it totally changes the whole vibe of the scene.
And check out the word he uses, frolicking. It's such a brilliant choice. He could have just said they were playing or running around, but frolicking, that suggests this fun, wild, maybe even a little mischievous energy, It tells you right away that these guys are playing by a totally different set of rules.
And unlike the humans who are just waiting, the monkeys have a plan. They have an agenda. They're watching, they're scavenging, they're getting into position, they're hustling, always looking for an opportunity. They're driven by that one simple, urgent thing, food.
All right, so the train is announced, and now we shift focus. The narrator's whole world suddenly shrinks. It goes from this big, open platform to the inside of a cramped train car. And you can feel the vibe just instantly change. We go from wild, chaotic nature to, structured human society.
And what's the narrator's goal now? It's so simple, so orderly, so human. Just find a seat. That's it. His focus goes from watching this whole world unfold to this one tiny specific task. Grab a little piece of personal space.
And this just shows it perfectly, doesn't it? The new environment. It's confined, the seats are all in rows, the window literally frames the outside world like a picture. It's a box, basically. This is the world of human rules, of order, and it's a massive contrast to the total freedom the monkeys have just outside.
So what's the big takeaway here? It's all about this contrast. You've got the monkeys, wild, free, always moving, and then you've got the humans, hot, stuck, and squeezed into a box. The author has basically put these 2 totally opposite worlds, these 2 opposing forces, side by side on the exact same train platform.
So how does he bring it all together? How does he weave these layers into something alive? Well, he creates this incredible tension just by letting these 2 completely different worlds exist right next to each other, with nothing but a pane of glass in between.
And when you put these 2 images together, wow, you can really see it. The contrast is just bam. You've got the wild, sprawling world of the trees versus the straight, rigid lines of the train car. One is all about instinct and freedom, and the other is all about rules and waiting your turn.
And that right there is the absolute genius of this opening. In just a handful of lines, he hasn't just set the scene. No, he set up the entire theme of the story. It's like a pressure cooker, right? You've got the heat, you've got the cramped space, and you've got this wild, chaotic, unpredictable force literally right outside the window.
So you see, all this careful scene setting, It's not just for decoration. It's a promise. It's the author telling the reader, get ready. He's setting up this amazing question. When you put these two worlds, nature and humanity, this close together, whose rules are going to win? And that's what makes you just have to know what happens next.